Alright, I'm too lazy to cut this, but in this video I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I am standing out online right now with my personal brand. And I'm going to show you my real results and how you can do it as well. So we're going to go over my results, we're going to go over what standing out online isn't, we're going to go over what it is and why you need to be doing it, and we're going to go over simply how you can do it so you can apply this for yourself and also get results. So let's get straight into it. So over the past 2 months alone, these are some results from my own personal brand. As you can see, 16.4K TikTok followers, which is alright. It's alright, but we're growing. And basically, on Instagram, this is a screenshot. These are all in a row. My views have been getting much higher than usual. As you can see, 100K here, 77K here, 11K here, almost 40K here. And all these videos are still going up. So these are just some of my results in the past 2 months alone, and that just shows you what that means. But the key here is not views. Views matter a little bit, but the key here is recognition and familiarity. And as you can see here, all these shots look pretty similar. You got the orange light, you got a wide shot as the thumbnail of the video on short form. This is on Instagram, and the key here is not views. Views matter, and I'm optimizing for views and for virality, but the key here is recognition and familiarity. Recognition is when people come across my page, they know that this is me. They know that this is my room. They know that this is the clothes that I wear. This is the colors that I use. This is what I talk about. So when they click on my video, they know that they're going to get some sort of value in this niche. Familiarity is doing the same thing over and over again. You could also say that this is constancy, but familiarity, I like that word a lot, so we're using that word. And essentially you can see here that these look so familiar that when someone comes across my Instagram page or they see a video, they're like, yeah, that's Ryder right there. That's his room, that's where he films, that's what he talks about, that's his face, that's his personal brand, and that is what you should be doing, is creating familiarity. So those are just my results, and let's get straight into the actual value of the video. So what standing out isn't. It's not being the best editor. It's not using viral songs and guru tactics like hashtags or posting times. And it's not copying everyone else in literally every single way, because clearly you'll get nowhere with that. And it's also not posting random content for no reason. And it's not simply posting to get leads, which is an L strategy. If all you use social media for is to get leads, then you are never going to stand out. You are never going to build a long-term audience, and you're probably cooked, because the people who have a creative mind and are entrepreneurs are the people who are going to win, not just the people who use it to make money. Trust me on that, okay? All right, what standing out actually is and why you should be doing it. What it is: recognizability. People know your face, your niche, your colors, all that stuff. They recognize you for your personal brand. It is how people see you online. And when they see your videos, they should be like, yeah, that's a Ryder video. That's how he edits. That's how he talks. That's his energy levels. That's his colors. That's his room. You want people to recognize you for all these things and what you talk about. Your niche matters a lot, right? Recognizability, that's exactly what it is. When someone sees your video, they instantly know it's you. When they see your video, they see the shot and they see the lighting and they see the clothes you're wearing and they see the location. They're like, yeah, that's a Ryder Drobny video. And, he gave me value last time, so now this time he's going to give me value too. So I'm going to stay and watch. And then your watch time increases, the video scales exponentially. Bam, you got a viral video, like simple as that. But it's also cohesive storytelling plus visuals and energy, the tone. So it's how you talk to the camera, how you show up. Use facial expressions and hand movements. That's you. Be authentic. Be you. Storytelling is how a personal brand is built. You shouldn't be talking about some broad, random stuff, dude. Talk about you. And think of how you can be selfish by talking about your story, but at the same time, you are only thinking of the viewer you're serving. Why this even matters? Why do you want to stand out online? Why do you want to be different from people? What's the point here? Well, one, it separates you from millions of other creators on the platforms. I don't know how much content is posted every single day, but it is a lot. Millions of videos, probably, every single day. Maybe something like that, which is insane. So what makes you think that your one video is going to do better than their videos? This is why we stand out online. This is why we use these tactics and implement these tactics. So we push through this feed of gurus and people who don't know what they're doing, because then you stand out, then you become that top dog, and people actually start recognizing you for your content. Secondly, attention matters a lot, but trust is a deeper level. Attention, views. We live in an attention economy. Views matter significantly, but when we stand out, we optimize for trust. It is a deeper level. It is one layer deeper than a view, because we are building a relationship with the viewer. We are getting to know the viewer. We are actually giving them something and serving them so they stay and stick for more, and they actually become a fan of our brand and our content and how we show up, and they buy our stuff because we have built trust with them. We don't just seek their attention. We don't just hack their brains for dopamine or whatever, right? Whatever. Trust is so important. Trust is the second layer deeper besides attention, and standing out opens the door for this. Thirdly, if that's even a word, people follow what is real, consistent, different, and familiar. Not only do views matter, like I said, but people follow what is real. When they feel like a human, when they feel understood, they follow that. When it is consistent, when you show up the same way over time, people like that. When you are different, when you bring something new, when your story is different, when your visuals are different, when you talk differently, people like that. And lastly, when it is familiar. The first video that someone sees of yours, they're not going to know your face. But if they see your videos twice a week, they're like, yeah, I saw him a couple days ago. So I'm starting to maybe like this guy's content. I'm starting to like the way he shows up, how he talks, what he talks about. It's pretty cool. I'm going to start going back to his page. I'm going to swipe over to his Instagram profile and follow him, because this dude's showing up like that. You know, he's different and he's real. You know, he's just a human on the other side of the screen, because that's all social media is. And that's how you have to show up. People follow what is real, consistent, different, and familiar. A lot of big words, but trust me, this is what you want to be doing. And lastly, a personal brand isn't simply content. It's not just the videos you post. It is perception. How people think of you, how you show up. A simple thing that I always think about is, what do I want to be known for? Do I want to take my brand in this direction? Do I want to talk about these things? If not, I'm not going to talk about it, because I want people to perceive me in a certain way, and I want that to be exactly who I am. And social media is, we have control. I have control of what I post. So if I don't want to be known for something, I'm not going to post about it. And it's as simple as that. It's not simply the videos that you post, the content that you make, but it's also how people perceive you. Do they perceive you as someone who shows up consistently, as someone who makes high quality content or puts effort in their videos, or as someone who just doesn't put a lot of time into it and just seeks attention and views for leads? L strategy, of course, right? It's how people perceive you. That's what it is, and that's why. So I hope that you now have a good understanding. Now let's go on to how you can do it for yourself. Simple things as well. Now, we're not going to go over everything here, but I want you to be able to do this right now, tomorrow, today. First, same location every single video. Create familiarity. So if you saw from above, all of my videos are filmed in my room. This creates familiarity with my location and with my brand and my face. And if you go inside and film one video and then you go outside, it looks a lot different. So you shouldn't be doing that. You want to film your videos in a pretty similar way every single time. And trust me, you want to be doing this. Trust me, you want to be doing this, because showing up over and over again consistently as well as differently, you will stand out. Secondly, one font every video, captions, titles, etc. Stop switching your fonts, dude. Use one font. Scroll on your editing software for an hour if you have to. Pick one font that you like that looks different from everyone else, not some boring CapCut font that just looks so stupid. Use one font, use it every single video in your captions, in your titles, everything like that. If you are making graphics or designing headers or headlines or whatever, use it as well. Make people recognize you for a font. And colors. I don't like to use colored fonts at all. I just use white because I don't want whack colors in my videos or on my screen. I want it to look professional. I want it to look good. This is what you should be doing. One font, stop switching to it. Thirdly, repeat the same color palette. Key thing here, 2 main contrasting colors. Contrast, it means colors that are basically opposites of each other. My example, this is my personal brand, is blue, orange, and black. The colors blue and orange completely contrast each other. So if I wear a blue shirt and I have orange in the background, it is visually appealing in a very strong manner. It grabs attention without you doing anything. It's a simple psychological principle that you should be using contrasting colors. Black and white is an example, but black and white are more of neutral colors that you use on the side. You know, maybe your walls are white, maybe your shirt is black, that's okay. But 2 contrasting colors, mainly. You can do this by lighting, you can do this by the clothes you wear. That's mainly how I do it. Next, storytelling. In order to stand out, you have to talk about stuff that no one else talks about. In order to grab attention in a different way, you have to think differently how someone thinks. You have to bring new ideas, new perceptions, new perspectives, new value in some way. But also, everything is really has been talked about before. So how do we do that? Well, we tell stories. We use storytelling to our advantage. Your experience, get people to know you. Keyword here is you. Because if you talk about stuff that everyone knows and it has no correlation to who you are, how do you expect that to stand out, you know? But if you tell a story about yourself and a transformation you've gone through, that stands out automatically. No one else can replicate that. They can try, but it's going to do horribly and it's going to look stupid because they just copied you. Storytelling. If you're not already telling stories in your content, if you're trying to be that motivational guy, that person who, hey, I have to go viral, I have to go broad, because when you target everyone, you target absolutely no one. Trust me, this is what happened. When I started focusing on one person, serving that one person, as you can see from above, look, my views have done better, not skyrocketed. This is pretty low still, but that's the results. I didn't used to get results like this, but now I am. It's as simple as that. Tell your story. Lastly, how you can do it is to match your tone. Your face is your brand. When you show up on your videos, your face, what people see when they're looking at you on your video, that's how people perceive you. So why not be the most authentic and real version of who you are? Match that tone. Show up with energy on camera because you're talking to one person. Show up as who you are, not some fake hashtag posting time guru, because that's a stupid strategy, okay? Be that person who you already are. Show up with energy, show up with tone, but at the same time, be who you are. If you're not feeling super energetic, that's okay. Everyone feels like that. I promise you, everyone feels like that. So you just need to show up in the same way as who you are over and over and over again. And that was a quick video on how I am personally standing out online. As you can see, my results. By the way, if you want help with your own personal brand, you can check the link in the description. I'd love to work with you to help you stand out online. And that being said, peace. I'll see you in the next one.